2025 has come to an end. It's time to take a look at some of the most important events of the year. Before we begin, I'd like to explain something. The purpose of this video is to make English content more accessible for students of English as a second language. As a teacher, I always try to push my students to switch their phones, computers, game consoles, and streaming platforms to English. This can be a great way to help our brains feel more comfortable using English. However, I understand that the experience can be highly frustrating for most people. There is an enormous level difference between English in the classroom and everyday English in the real world. This recap or rewind of 2025 has been made with English students and anyone who wants to improve their English level in mind. I hope this video can serve as a stepping stone, as a platform, to help you take the leap and start enjoying content in English. At the end of the video, I have included a dictionary to help you learn and practice the new vocabulary. You can also download a PDF with the script of the video in the description. The year started with a bang when on January 1st, Brazil officially made sports betting legal. The third largest economy of the Americas and largest one in Latin America opened its market to online casinos, websites where you can easily start betting and gambling with just a few clicks. Public health experts have expressed their concerns about the dark side of gambling, such as addiction and other illegal activities. The very first day of the year, Leo Dan, at 82, passed away in Miami. The legendary singer and songwriter was born on March 22, 1942, in Argentina. Some of his most famous compositions are Te he prometido, or I have promised you, Mari es mi amor, Mary is my love, and Como te extraño, mi amor, how I miss you, my love. In January 2025, California experienced devastating wildfires throughout the entire month. The damage was enormous. Over 18,000 structures were destroyed, including homes and other buildings. According to authorities, at least 31 people lost their lives. The fires also caused more financial damage than any other wildfire that has ever happened anywhere in the world. That's why they are now considered the costliest fires in global history. In 2025, Donald Trump returned for a second presidential term and quickly began his aggressive policies against immigrants.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
On February 2nd, thousands of people protested in Los Angeles against President Trump's plans for mass deportations. The march started at Olvera Street and then continued toward City Hall. The protesters shut down traffic on the 101 freeway for several hours. On February 17th, Paquita la del Barrio passed away at 77 at her home in Veracruz, Mexico. Paquita, singer of Rata de Dos Patas, Two-Legged Rat, was a Grammy-nominated performer of rancheras, boleros, and other traditional Mexican music. On March 2nd, Zoe Saldaña received the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Emilia Pérez. a polemic French musical that was heavily criticized by the Mexican audience. On March 18th, Mexico City passed a bill banning lethal bullfighting. Bullfighting remains legal in about 25 other Mexican states, though debates continue. Let's just hope Andrés Calamaro doesn't lose it with his Mexican fans the way he did in Colombia. On April 4th, a Minecraft movie hit theaters with the biggest opening weekend of the year. The movie earned almost $500 million at the box office in just one weekend. During April, the Ghibli AI filter took over the internet. Hayao Miyazaki, creator of beloved films like Spirited Away,
and this is certainly no place for humans.
Die, and I would do anything to get the humans.
Princess Mononoke,
One brave warrior.
and My Neighbor Totoro, called the Sora filter grotesque, completely disgusting, and an insult to life itself. On April 14th, Katy Perry took an 11-minute space trip with Jeff Bezos' company, Blue Origin. It became one of the year's most viral celebrity moments. Do you think they actually went to space? Let me know what you think in the comments. Pope Francis, born in Argentina as Jorge Mario Bergoglio, made his final public appearance on Easter Sunday, just one day before his passing on April 21st, 2025. In May, the 100 men versus 1 gorilla debate divided TikTok. The question was simple: could 100 unarmed men defeat 1 gorilla in a fight? Are you Team Gorilla or Team Humans? On May 2nd, Rockstar Games announced the first of 2 delays for Grand Theft Auto 6. The release date had been previously set for some time in 2025, before Rockstar pushed the release date to May 2026. Grand Theft Auto 6 is one of the most anticipated games of the decade, sequel to Grand Theft Auto 5, which is probably the most successful piece of entertainment in history.
No movie or music release has ever come close to that.
After years of waiting, the Nintendo Switch 2 launched on June 5th with great success. It became the fastest-selling system ever for Nintendo, despite its relatively high price compared to previous consoles. On June 8th, Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal defeated Spain 5-3 to win the Nations League final on penalty kicks. The match had ended 2-2 after regular time. An Air India flight took off from Ahmedabad Airport for London on June 12. Unfortunately, the plane crashed less than a minute later after takeoff, taking the lives of 241 of the 242 people on board and 19 on the ground. On June 20th, K-pop Demon Hunters dropped on Netflix and became the most watched Netflix film of all time. On July 16th, in Boston, a kiss cam during a Coldplay concert caught 2 co-workers who were allegedly having an affair. Their HR department had a very interesting morning. Ozzy Osbourne passed on July 22nd, just a few weeks after his final performance at Back to the Beginning, a benefit concert by the English heavy metal band Black Sabbath. On July 31st, El Salvador's legislative power approved constitutional changes, eliminating presidential term limits and increasing the presidential term to 6 years. International organizations have expressed their concern for El Salvador's democracy, and the possibility of Nayib Bukele running for a third term. Do you think Bukele can be considered a dictator? In August, the Labubu collectible toy craze exploded worldwide, thanks in part to K-pop star Lisa from Blackpink and her viral video. On August 11th, Colombian senator and presidential candidate Miguel Uribe Turbay died from the wounds he received when he was shot at a campaign rally in June. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce announced their engagement via Instagram post with the caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." On September 4th, Silk Song, the highly anticipated sequel to Hollow Knight, was launched. Hollow Knight is one of the most beloved indie games of all time. On September 6th, Giorgio Armani, the legendary fashion designer, passed away at age 91. On September 16th, Robert Redford, the legendary American actor and director, passed away. On October 10th, Israel and Hamas, a Palestinian Sunni Islamist group, agreed to a ceasefire deal proposed by President Trump, bringing a temporary pause to the conflict in Gaza. In October, Sean Diddy Combs was sentenced to more than 4 years in prison, marking the end of one of the most dramatic celebrity legal sagas in recent memory. There is a pretty good documentary produced by famous rapper 50 Cent on Netflix right now called Sean Combs: The Reckoning. You should give it a try if you would like to know more about Diddy's crimes. In October, Oscar-winning actress Diane Keaton passed away at age 79. She had reached national treasure status after a 5-decade career in Hollywood. On October 19th, a group of thieves committed a Hollywood-style heist at the Louvre Museum. Maybe you have seen famous heist movies like Italian Job or Ocean 11. Well, this time, dressed as construction workers, the thieves stole French crown jewels, including items that once were part of the collection of Empress Eugenie. And as if it were a Mission Impossible movie, they escaped, believe it or not, on electric scooters. The fifth and final season of Stranger Things premiered on Netflix in late 2025. The show has been one of the biggest cultural phenomena of the last decade. The final season was released in 2 parts, Volume 1 on November 26th and Volume 2 on December 25th, with the finale scheduled for December 31st. On November 21st, Fatima Bosch from Tabasco, Mexico, was crowned Miss Universe 2025 in Thailand. However, the competition became extremely controversial after a Thai official publicly criticized Bosch in front of other contestants for not participating in promotional activities. He later apologized in a video. But his English was, well, let's just say it could be better. Now what? If you're watching this, my classes are waiting for you. Info is in the description below. Maria Corina Machado, Venezuelan politician, activist, and prominent leader of the opposition to the dictatorship of Nicolás Maduro, was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for her tireless work defending democratic rights for all the people of Venezuela. On December 11th, the French indie game Clair Obscur Expedition 33 won Game of the Year at the Game Awards. In an industry dominated by giant corporations and their AAA games, a group of passionate developers proved that indie games can be just as good or sometimes better. And well, this is it for 2025. Preferably, you should watch the video a couple of times after reviewing the vocabulary. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and most importantly, I hope it can help you get used to the new language. Thank you for watching. See you in 2026.